Hi folks, episode 56 is here, so to the right is a car at a light, and our light turns green right now.
Geht's eigentlich?
I can't tell right now. I am lost in some jealousy about Yasha's ride. I want such a thing too! Alright, time for speed. Those cops must have been on some really serious mission. They barely caught their corner, and they certainly found the limits of what looks to me like a Volkswagen Passat. Welcome to the traffic jam with Lucas. Even though things are pretty slow, you should still keep your eyes straight, otherwise you're asking for a fender bender.
Alter, der ist sogar hinten drauf gefahren. Was? Der ist sogar hinten drauf gefahren hier.
Ah, junction at a bad angle. Well, the driver of that truck certainly had limited view because no rear windows. I can tell out of highest experience because I was driving the exact same kind of vehicle for 9 years, which you see here. And I too had such roads, where you enter another road and the angle of it doesn't give you any sight. However, you can't simply keep going and hope that nobody's there in such cases. What you can do is do a short but heavy steer to the right when you are at the end of your road, so that you turn the truck just enough so that you can take a look into the other street. Or, in the case of this road, the officials were smart enough to anticipate such meetings and placed a very convenient mirror over there, that the truck driver could have used. And headlights at night are far easier to recognize than looking for a car in daylight. Going on the freeway at around 160 kph, and we got a few cars there that we are intending to pass. From behind, a Mercedes is approaching, which apparently isn't that much faster than us. Our driver stays on the left lane all the time, which makes perfect sense because if he moved over while passing others, he would have needed to violate safety distances, and he rightfully doesn't do that. So what does your occasional amoeba of a driver do? Get so fucking close to your tail that he can read the fine print on your rear window. Our man acknowledges those deep canyons of severe idiocy of that other driver with a thumbs up, which makes him reveal his pretty short fuse. What I mean with that is that he reveals being part of the Caveman tribe and goes for revenge, swinging his club. This behavior is a clear coercion and would make him walk for a very long time if only cops were in sight. So, are you seeing some hiding car? Well, the hiding car certainly can't see us, but still moves ahead. Yeah, making sure having clear sight in traffic before accelerating is totally overrated. Welcome to the railroad crossing. It's taking quite some time here. There is the first train. And there we have another train.
Boah, der hat aber Verspätung.
And while the gates stay closed, the cyclist over there doesn't care to wait anymore and crosses those rails. It may seem very innocent and like really no big deal, but you need to realize that some rail crossings have sensors, which are sending an alarm when something is on the rails while closed gates. The cyclist could cause an emergency braking in an approaching train, which could damage hardware and injure people. I can only ask you people to be patient there. Also on another note, don't you hate people standing on the brakes all the goddamn time on such crossings and burning out your retinas? Aside from unnecessarily blinding people behind you, isn't it annoying to keep your foot there for so long? Wouldn't it be much more comfortable to hit the parking brake and relax? It would certainly be better for your car. Depending on how stupidly you do it, you can put unnecessary wear on your car. If you keep the engine running and also stay on the clutch or have your automatic transmission in drive mode. The best you can do is turn the engine off, get out of gear, leave all the pedals alone, and turn on the parking brake. So now, welcome to a prime example of human idiocy in traffic, how quickly absolute pointless aggressions can boil up. Our man here would like to get on the left lane, but some Mercedes driver doesn't like that and honks at him. So, well, the camera driver moves back and never minds for now. Alright, traffic keeps moving slowly, the avalanche of metal crawls forward, and you would think that there is nothing else to this irrelevant little moment. But going forward a minute, that Mercedes moves into the same lane behind us and keeps flashing repeatedly at us, as you can see to the left there. Well, still nothing you would waste too many brain cells about, right? Also, since that aggressive Mercedes now drives away. But give it another 2 minutes and that same Mercedes suddenly jumps out of those barriers, seemingly out of nowhere. He's waving and making weird gestures like he wants to start a fight. What in the name of the holy apple juice is wrong with this dipshit? How could such a meaningless little move of us trying to get in the left lane trigger such a load of childish and ridiculous behavior? My brain refuses to believe that people can be so dumb by random, and so I guess he may have had a really bad day and bad emotions are boiling? I don't know, in any case, public traffic is absolutely not the right place to blow off steam. It's always funny when people send us their clips to point at others for making mistakes, when they themselves are messing up big time. Tell me, dude, what is this bad excuse for safety distance supposed to be? Get your sorry ass away from this car. But the intention behind this clip was the driver over there, who's driving on the shoulder for no reason, and it's illegal. Acceleration lanes merge in there, and no driver approaching the freeway is ready for some numbskull somehow appearing on the entry lane they are supposed to use. Ooh, the light is turning red. Red is my color!
Alles klar, Digga.
And for some people, it's not about color, they seem to simply not care. As Rona would say, outrageous. You all know it very well. Driving on the freeway, minding your own business, and suddenly one of your wheels goes flying. What? You don't know that? Well then, good for you, because it really isn't funny. And that is why you're supposed to check and possibly tighten your lug nuts after something like 50 kilometers after a wheel change. Because initial torque might loosen up by accelerating and braking several times, and this needs to be adjusted for. If you're too lazy for that, it's how you can end up, right here on the screen.
Gepresst auf seinem Schreibtischraufapparat. Sie erinnerte sich noch immer an diese kleine orange-rote Kunde, so schlicht in ihrer Machart.
Oh boy, that deer doesn't know how lucky he was. And depending on where you live, you're also lucky, because as far as I am aware, this is the only channel with dashcam content from Germany and Europe, but English narration out there. So go out and spread the word. Tell your friends, your parents, your grandparents, your teachers, your co-workers, your Alexa, your goldfish, and your Roomba about us. They will enjoy. But before you do that, here is the playlist for you from which you can pick another episode of ours and have a peek into our country through the windshield. Thanks for watching, see you soon again.